All right, so from the same point, let's go to cabin number 2 so you can see that one and how far that is from his first cabin. So I'm going to go out the other way. This is the other way out of the, so coming back up from his driveway now, for the cabin number 1. So I'm just going to, this time instead of turning left right here, I'm going to go on up. And there's going to be a steep drop down to that road where we made the hairpin turn. We're going to turn right here. And start dropping down. Huh, put a new deck on it since I've drove over here. Right. Yeah, that gives you kind of an idea of how these things are built on the hillside there. Climb back up. And then this has a steep drop over the edge as soon as I get around this corner here. So this one just drops like a rock here. This is one where you do feel like you're going down at 45 degrees. Come out right here where the Sky Harbor Lodge is. And then if I go back this way, that connects into where that hairpin turn was, where I started going up to his house, or his cabin. And I'll head over to cabin number 2. I forget what it's called, but it's his second cabin. Let you see the trip there. Car backing up, and a stop sign. I don't know why they put a stop sign on the top of a hill, but windy, crazy road. It reminds me of like Northern California. I will say this, it's a lot easier driving this where I'm not trying to hold a phone and run this camera. So it'd probably be a lot easier if I had somebody else with me doing this and let them film while I drive. But, oh well, it is what it is. The sacrifices I make for you and Dad, Mom, just so you guys can see. And then this is gonna do a crazy little hairpin at the top, or kind of a loop around at the top of this hill, again going up at that 40 degree slope where it's just steeper. You almost need 4-wheel drive to do some of these. Enough that my ears pop on these, and you come over the top. Yeah, I got turned around. It's not this one, it's the next one up. There's this little crazy loop thing. This one here drops down and then does this little around the corner. Past, I guess, a Stanley steamer truck. And we're dropping down on this blind curve. It's enough that they've even put a mirror up on the pole there. we're getting close to the turn off into the little, I guess it's not really housing addition, but the neighborhood where the other cabin is. And Scott's at the very end of the line. I think there's only one other cabin built after his. So we get up to the top of this hill, doing another steep climb here. I love that. That's, the name of the street there is Beachfront Drive. I think that's hilarious. And then I always got a kick out of this guy here on the left, up here. His house, he's got a sign in the yard that says no dogs allowed. I guess people here with their cabin rentals walking their dog in his yard and letting them poop in his yard here. No dogs allowed. Alright, and we're going to head back up into where Scott's other cabin is. We're going to pass all these other ones here. This one where the red roof is really pretty. It's a little too bright for me in the colors, the stain they've used, but it's a pretty cabin. Yeah, the view out here is just amazing, just to let you see. Turn right here on Cedar Pass. And this is where the GPS messes you up. The GPS turns around and tells you to go right here on this Balsam Circle, but it's a dead end. So instead you go left down this way. And then the GPS gets mad. It says, okay, well, you need to turn right again right here at Old Barn Circle, which doesn't go anywhere. That's dead end as well. The street's actually closed off right there. So right here, it's so narrow that if two cars meet, one person has to back up for a driveway, or back up to a driveway in order to let the cars pass. All right, and then we're dropping in, another 40-degree angle drop in, but this isn't even the steepest one. We got to go here on a tiny drive. And if you can see the tops of the houses there, you get an idea of how fast we're dropping. Now is where we leave the paved road and we move on to gravel, and this is a straight, like, feels like a roller coaster. You drop over the edge there, come around this turn. We've got one more drop to get down to this cabin. There's Scott's second cabin. I can't bear to leave. There's Scott's other cabin, and then I'll drive around the back. There's only one cabin and then the turnaround down here. So NASCAR Nation right here is the last cabin on this road. And then everybody uses this little bit here as a turnaround. I don't know, it's not a whole lot to turn around in, but gives you a little bit where I can yell you around and turn, and then I'll show you the back of this cabin and head back to the first cabin and send you the videos. Let's see. Don't want to drive off the edge here. All right, so from the road, there's the back of his second cabin in about as light a foliage as you can get. So it's pretty secluded as well. This one doesn't have near the view that the other one does, but I think this is a prettier cabin. And then coming up along the side here where you can see his cabin from the road. This is the one I did the entryway floors on, and I really like that glass peaked. That's really pretty from the inside. Anyway, I'll send you these. Hope that helps.